salad reaching heights, beach salad with the works.
I've been bouncing on the sea, spinning in the spray, thirsty from the sea, so happy now. I've been playing in the park like children chasing birds, clumping through the clover field, sing along. I've been dancing in the dew, morning as it's way, sweeping out the cellar space. Everybody, I've met a woman in the haze, I don't recall her name, but heavens, what a pretty face, beautiful. I've been bouncing on the sea, spinning in the spray, thirsty from the sea, so happy now. I've been playing in the park like children chasing birds, clumping through the clover, sing along. I've been dancing in the dew, morning as it's way, sweeping out the cellar space. Everybody, I've met a woman in the haze, I don't recall her name, but heavens, what a pretty face, beautiful. But heavens, what a pretty face. face beautiful. I've been bouncing on the sea, spinning in the spray, bursting from the seesaw, laughing out. I've been playing in the park, like children chasing birds, walking through the cornfield, sing along. I've been dancing in the blue, morning as a twig, sweeping out the sailor space. Everybody, I've met a woman in the haze, I don't recall her name, but heaven's what a pretty face, beautiful.
If you want to play along at home, a pen and paper might come in handy, as would some trued up rims and... What's that? All right. All right, technical issues fixed. Let's hope they don't continue. But anyway, what I was just miming to you all is that my name's Mike. I'm going to be hosting the NQuisition tonight. If you want to play along at home, a pen and paper might come in handy, as would some trued up rims and a lubed up chain. Let's go to our scorekeeper. He's well renowned for his infinite integrity and boundless sagacity. It is Vegas, the incorruptible. Hey, Vegas, how you doing tonight, man? All friends are internet friends these days. No, my quarantine days are ending because I'm fully vaccinated, and I celebrated on Sunday by doing something that I love to do and something that our show is all about tonight, which is go on a bike ride with one of my best friends, and it was really fun. Yeah. Have you been getting out into the world a little bit more, Vegas? Anything you're itching to get out and do that normal people do? Yeah, in front of an audience and everything. Like you ever were, Vegas. No, I kid. It's like I just kicked a puppy. It hurt Vegas's feelings. Oh no. No, Vegas, of course, you're a very funny person. But today, May 21st, is Bike to Work Day. So tonight's episode is going to be all about bicycles. As always, we start with 3 facts. So here are facts about bicycles. Are you ready for some bike facts? All right. Well, here's fact number 1. It is estimated that bicycles are produced at a rate of 4 per second. That means by the time the show tonight is finished, it will have ended. That's just
Mike, I've been muted. The chat was making fun of me and I didn't know why.
The chat was?
Yeah, well, I'm sure, whatever. Anyway, you talking and then it was like a Garfield minus Garfield situation.
Gotcha.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right, well, here we go. Here's fact number 2.
Fact number 2.
Inventors of the airplane, Orville and Wilbur Wright, Inventors of the airplane, Orville and Wilbur Wright, owned a bicycle shop in Dayton, Ohio. Their dream of combining flying with bicycles would not be realized for another 8 decades, as seen in the factual documentary E.T. That's what they really wanted. They wanted
just a little, just to get rid of those wings.
Yeah, that was just holding them back. All right, and here is fact number 3 about bicycles. The word bicycle means a cycle that is attracted to both men and women. Let's meet our contestants tonight. Up first, we have Marcelly.
Hey, Marcelly.
Hey, yo, what up?
I swear to Christ, you're not muted.
You promise?
All audio is coming through.
Hey, chat, can you hear me? Can you see Will Smith in my living room?
I know. And he's reading a book back there?
He's reading a book quietly. He's minding his business. He's letting me do this show.
Well, Marcelly, you've launched a couple podcasts recently. Tell us about Locking Up and Oh Snap.
Yeah. So I haven't, personally, but I'm on them. So yeah. So Locking Up is a.
I didn't do any work, but
I show up when I need to. So Locking Up is a Black pro wrestling podcast. Myself and James Knight, who's also an NCrowd family member, and Keen Cobb, a local legend. We're all friends. We're talking about pro wrestling because we're a bunch of big kids. And then Oh Snap is an MCU podcast. We're talking about Marvel movies, and so we're also following along with the Disney Plus Marvel television shows. So we covered WandaVision, and Falcon and Winter Soldier, and also we're going to be following Loki when that drops in a couple of weeks. So it's been a blast, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
I hadn't
Yeah.
realized Loki was getting his own show.
Oh yeah, the dude's a star.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be stupid, but then I saw the trailer for it, and it looked so cool.
It looks really cool. It looks really good. Really
I
good.
gotta check that one out.
The chat really likes the Oh Snap name, which I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Marbach. That's all him. That's all him.
Is he producing the show or something, or did he just
Yeah.
come up with the? Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who could get credited in terms of launching Oh Snap, and then James is pretty much doing like the editing for Locking Up, and then we send it into Mike, and he gets it posted and stuff. So
Just type Oh Snap or Locking Up into any podcast machine.
I think so. Yeah, I think if you can type in Locking Up, then that's LOCKIN with the apostrophe.
Gotta get the apostrophe.
Up. You got to get the apostrophe, and it's gonna be two dudes with dreadlocks locking up like they're about to wrestle. And then Oh Snap, you'll see the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet. Oh Snap, an MCU podcast.
That's awesome.
I feel like Mike Marbach and James are gonna ask you about this show, and you're gonna have the same amount of certainty. Like, yeah, search for it. It'll come up.
You guys know NCrowd, right? Kind of the same thing.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again tonight, Barsley. Our next contestant is none other than Brandon.
Yo!
What's up? Brandon, tonight's show is about bikes. I know you go biking a lot with your family, right?
Yeah, I love riding my bike.
Where do you ride?
Around the neighborhood. That's a fact about a bike as well. I know, just in the, I'm from New Jersey, which, automatically puts me at a certain level. I'm not going to say which level that is.
Yeah.
There's a pecking order, we know, through the states, and New Jersey's in that pecking order somewhere. So yeah, just the Haddon Township, Collingswood area.
That's a nice area to bike in.
It is. Yeah. It's glorious.
Yeah, Cooper River Park. Do you ever
Yeah,
do that?
right there. Yeah, right there, man. It's beautiful.
I drove by your house today.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, who gives a fuck? But I did.
Well, that's good.
I definitely thought about you when it happened.
It means you were on Cuthbert Boulevard. That's saying,
Oh man, are you sure you want to give out that much personal info? Like, aren't you afraid of the fans flocking to Cuthbert Boulevard now?
No. If you're a fan, please come out and stalk me, because I need that kind of, I need my self-worth to go up. Like, stalkers are really great for making you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody that much that, hey, they'll break the law for you. I like it.
Oh. I've never felt bad about not having a stalker before, but
Now, hey, look, now you do. Feel bad. But Marsley said he has an MCU podcast. I have an ICU podcast. It's called Pull the Plug.
Hey.
It hasn't dropped yet, but soon enough.
Oh boy. I
all
miss
right,
you.
Well, last but not least, let's bring out Ashley.
Woohoo!
Hey guys.
Yo.
Whoa.
Ray Charles.
No, I'm just in California. It's really sunny here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Now you're down in LA, which some people might not know stands for Los Angeles.
That's exactly correct.
A lot of biking going on down there.
Yeah, sometimes, but people drive like crazy. So I think you can bike, but you also might get hit with a car. I still have my bike, but I haven't ridden it here yet. But I do love the e-scooters. Those are fun.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
shareable ones they got all over.
Yeah, they have the e-scooters, and then they have those wheels, the electric little mini bikes, which I've only done once, but I didn't I was late meeting someone for brunch, which is a very LA thing to say. And I got on one of those wheels bikes and didn't realize until it was too late that the handlebars were bent sideways. So when I hit the gas, I crashed into a wall. I had never been so grateful to wear a face mask in my life. But whatever, I did it. It was fine. I made it to brunch. So don't worry, I made it.
Well, you say you're in LA, but you're clearly in the Golden Girls house, which we all know is in Miami.
I know, but it's not. It's not in Miami.
You think he would lie?
Yeah, it's in Brentwood. It's in Los Angeles, and it's actually on the same street as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house, which is not in Bel-Air. It's in Brentwood.
Well, they just got a road of sitcom houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air out your own dirty laundry, Ashley.
You guys are right near each other.
Sorry.
You could hang out if it weren't the apocalypse.
I know.
All right, well, let's start off everything with round one. Jack, be quick.
And we're back.
We N Crowders are currently in a Zoom room and have access to its chat function. So I'll be asking 7 questions as Vegas the Incorruptible monitors the chat room. The first one of our contestants to type a capital N for N Crowd into the chat room after a question is asked will be allowed to answer.
But you gotta type a capital N. If I see any of those lowercase n's, ooh, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna take 2 points away from your score. And if you type your N before Mike has finished reading the question, well, you're not gonna be able to answer the question. Those are the rules.
So many rules.
Oh, my impulsivity.
And in this round, all the answers are worth 3 points unless otherwise noted. Here's question number 1. In 2018, an American woman named Denise Mueller-Korenik set a world record by traveling 183.9 miles per hour, becoming the fastest human ever to travel on what vehicle?
Marcelly.
A bicycle.
Yes!
Yeah, it is a bike show. He made bike the first question.
Yeah. Shout out to context clues.
I typed in really fast and hit return, and all that happened was my cursor moved down one line.
Well, yes, she was actually towed by a drag racer to get her up to 100 miles an hour, and then she was released. And she was a pro cyclist and had this gear set up that was like so gnarly that it would have been physically impossible for a human to get that bike even started from a stopping position using just your legs. So yeah, so she was towed by a drag racer up to 100 miles an hour. And then with her pedaling, got up to 183.9.
Jesus.
That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day I was coming down a hill on my bike and it was a pretty steep one. And at the bottom, they had one of those things that says like your speed is, you know,
Mhm.
and it was a residential area. So it was only supposed to be 25. And I clicked on 26 and it gave me a message that said you're speeding. And I was like so proud to be speeding on my bike. But then I also was like going fast enough that I was like, this is a bit reckless, you know? And that lady did 183. I thought 26 was reckless.
Boy, I mean, you die. How did she stop? How did
Uh,
she stop?
Luckily, there was a series of boulders, and
She didn't stop. She's still going.
yeah. It was out in the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah.
Listen, I don't like motorcycles, and I don't like regular bicycles that go 183 miles per hour.
I think the fastest I've gotten on my bike is 31 miles an hour.
Pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
It was downhill.
That's impressive.
Thanks. I was going 30 and then I farted.
Yeah,
Got that extra.
does it
boost.
every time.
Yeah.
Boost. Turbo ass.
All right. Question number 2. Who gave himself the title His Excellency President for Life, Field Marshal Al-Haj, Director of Laws from Macquarie University, Victory Cross, Distinguished Service Order, Military Cross, Lord of all beasts of the earth and fishes of the sea, and conqueror of the British Empire and Africa in general and Uganda in particular?
Marcelly.
That's Kanye West. It's easy.
appreciate-
Probably true, but not the answer we were looking for.
I mean,
like
Google
the
it.
speed
Sure.
with which you clocked in just to say a joke, too. Anybody want to take a stab at this? No.
I'm trying to pull out any kind of clue I can get from this, or a joke. Neither are coming.
Oh, that portends a great show then.
Oh, well, there's no points lost for a guess or a joke. Unless you type that lowercase n.
All right, I think we can bag it then.
Yeah, it's Idi Amin, everybody's favorite dictator.
I was close, believe it or not.
You know, when I think of despots and bicycles, I think of Idi Amin. I
Yeah.
should have known that.
Not every question is going to be about bicycles. Although I'm sure Idi Amin appreciated bicycles. He seemed like the type that would really get into bicycles.
I seem real level-headed, calm, cool.
All right, question number 3. What is the only letter of the English alphabet that does not appear in any of the names of the 50 United States?
Brandon.
It's definitely the ampersand.
Not a letter. Sorry, Brandon.
But it's right here. I can see one on my keyboard.
Yeah, that's a symbol.
Yeah,
Which,
it's not in any of the states.
I mean, all letters are symbols, but not all. Marcelly.
All right, is no one seeing my thing? No.
No.
No. X?
No, X is in New Mexico.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Texas.
Fuck, Mexico.
I know it.
Texas. Damn it.
Ashley, you typed an N.
I was accidentally messaging my audio self. Is it B?
No, there's a B in Nebraska.
In Alabama.
In
Alabama.
Florba.
Well, you all
You're
guessed
good.
it. It's Q.
I know it's
Mm.
Q. I just remembered that.
It's that rascally leaker of information. Q.
Well,
Q.
look, if you look at an ampersand and kind of cock your eye a little bit, and maybe
Yeah, I mean,
have a couple
an
drinks,
ampersand is a
could
Q with a belt around the middle.
that's correct. See, I knew what I was talking about.
There-
Oh God, Karen's in the chat. Oh, good. She
Uh-oh.
didn't get here until after we did fixed all the tech. Oh, thank you.
After we totally dumped on her. Like Vegas, your
She's in the
anti-Karen
chat and she
rant
knew
earlier.
Q was the answer.
There is a J in Brandon.
New Jersey.
Yeah. Anybody know where there's a Z?
Arizona.
Nebraska.
New Jersey.
Yeah, New
But
Jersey.
no cues. Sorry, Alaska. You like that little joke there, right, for the show,
Mhm.
guys?
Yeah, that's why we all laugh.
Yeah. All
Oh
right.
boy.
Question number 4. Who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain when World War II began?
Ashley.
Oh boy, is it Churchill? Is it Winston Churchill?
No. It's not.
Oh,
Brandon.
Neville Chamberlain.
Yes.
Ooh.
Arthur Neville Chamberlain.
Yay.
That's
I
right.
feel-
The war is generally considered to be started on September 1st, 1939, when German tanks rolled into Poland, but Churchill didn't take over until May of 1940.
that's why I got messed up.
Yeah,
Of
Yeah, me
course.
too.
you
Me
fell
too.
into my trap. All right, question number 5. Who is the only actor to have faced a Predator, a Terminator, and an alien xenomorph, having died in all 3 movie franchises?
Marcelly.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
Damn it.
Brandon. Good
I
press.
fell for it. Fuck.
Me?
Yes.
Carl Weathers.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no?
Great guess
Definitely.
though.
That was a great guess. That's what.
Ashley.
Linda Hamilton,
No.
married to Alexander Hamilton.
Her name is Linda Hamilton.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
oh, I don't know that actor. It was Bill Paxton.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Game over, man.
Hey, whoa! This is in the script. 1 secret bonus point for whoever says "game over, man." So you do get the secret bonus point, Brandon.
I would like to thank whoever came up with the secret point.
Oh, you're welcome. Yes, he played Jerry Lambert in Predator 2, Private Hudson in Aliens, and Punk Leader in the first Terminator movie. And researching this question, I just found out that Bill Paxton's dead.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Wow.
He died
Life
in
imitates art.
'Cause he was killed by an alien xenomorph.
Yes, of course.
Brandon, Randy in the chat wants to know if Brandon could choose a backdrop, which sitcom would he choose?
Oh, baby. This is going to be very unpopular, but The Cosby Show.
Hey, you got to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, you got to separate the living room from the artist.
That's true. Dr. Huxtable just did obstetrician. Did I say that correctly? I don't want to get any obstetricians all up in arms and have them angrily in the chat being like, "Dang, it's pronounced obstetrician wrong."
Yeah, because we have a lot of obstetricians that watch this show.
I bet.
We're big in the OBGYN world, man. All right, question.
So that's the N and N crowd. OBGYN crowd.
All right, question number 6. The Alaskan, Nubian, and Anatolian are all names of what type of geographical feature?
I don't know.
Brandon.
Naked statues.
I don't think that's the answer, but I'll look at the script to make sure.
Yeah,
No.
check it out. There's no documentation of naturally occurring naked statues.
I mean, Marcelly.
I don't know. Mountains.
Ooh, that is a geographical feature, but not the one we were looking for. Ashley.
Plateaus.
Ooh, also a desert is the answer.
Look,
Yeah,
I know I've seen a
desert.
naked Alaskan, a naked Nubian, and a naked Anatolian. Okay.
The naked, yeah.
Just to balance things out, Randy in the chat also says, "Hi, Marcely. Hi, Ashley."
Oh, hi, Randy in the chat.
She's not
Hey,
just saying
Randy.
hi to Brandon. Also,
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure that's Randy from the N Crowd. The
Yeah.
Randy you know,
Yeah.
not a different Randy.
It's 3 times me.
The Randy who is also spurning Vegas and I, saying hello to you guys, but just I guess we're chopped liver. Thanks a
I
lot,
mean,
Randy.
she's seen us in the past year
Yeah. that's-
several times.
All right, number 7. Earn 3 points for each member of the Jackson 5 you can name who aren't Michael.
Marcely.
Randy, Tito, Jermaine, Marlon, Jackie.
No, that's all 4 of them.
There's one more, technically,
Well, Michael.
but no. Well, there was another one who joined, but yeah, I got all of them. Just
Yeah,
go right ahead.
that's Jackie, Jermaine, Tito, Marlon. That's 12 points, 3 points for each one.
Can I get 3 points for Reeby Jackson?
I'm not.
Isn't there a
familiar with
Reeby
these.
Jackson?
Mike, what's he talking about?
I don't know. Look, I was going off of completely infallible Google searches that said that those were the 4 others. I don't know if because they then reform as the
The
Jacksons.
Jacksons, right. So yeah, the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons are so different.
But anyway, that's the ones I got. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll get angry hate mail from.
Give me my fucking points.
I bet
did.
Reeby Jackson has something to say to you, Michael.
Yeah, I'd never heard of Reeby Jackson before.
A lot of people haven't heard of Reeby. I know who Reeby is though.
Well, after that game, let's check in with our scorekeeper, Vegas the Incorruptible. How are these N Crowders doing?
Well, after that round, Brandon, you earned 4 points. Marcely, you cleaned up with 15, mostly from the last question. And Ashley is here too.
Goose eggs.
But there are many, many points left to go around.
If this was golf, I would be winning.
That's true.
Great point.
All right. Well, this is where that pen and paper might come in handy because this is round 2, deep thought.
I'm going to press that deep thought button.
I'm really happy that I was such a terrible I just have I was a terrible note taker, so
We're back.
Oops. Yeah, I have the same notebook. I pretty much used to use the same notebook every school year because I would just not take good notes. And like I'm pretty sure that this notebook is probably from high school or
Wow.
maybe freshman year of college at best.
Good note taking is an art form.
Yeah. I ain't good at it.
I was always like, I would take really good notes the first week or two, and they would get just progressively, I'd be less present. And by the end of the year, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I lost the books.
I have been doing several classes online, and one thing I like doing about that is that you can pause the teacher and take all the notes you want about what they said and not miss anything. So you guys know what a big technology aficionado I am.
Yep.
But that's amazing that we're using essentially like, so you have like a decade old or decades old notebook.
I got a couple. Every year pretty much I would like, or every couple years I would get like 1 5 subject notebook. And like if you look at each of them, the first couple pages would be like probably like first 2 pages would be pretty decent. And then you start seeing like doodles and just more like pictures of just random shit, and then just like blank page after blank page. So I would just like, I used to tell my mom, just like, don't even bother buying me another notebook. I'm good. I got plenty of space.
I had like notebooks where like the last 3 pages were like Nirvana lyrics and stuff like that, you know.
Mosquito, a burrito.
Well, we're saying all this to the audience because these NCrowders have all have their ways of writing down their answers, because in this round, they're going to be recording their answers on some sort of answer sheet, and then we'll check in with what they've written later on in the show. So here is the first question of our deep thought round. Okay. We're talking about bikes today. I have a bike that is a dear old friend. I've had it for years. I bought it brand new, and in 2 years, it will be twice as old as it was 5 years ago. So for 12 big points, because this is a tough question, how old is my bike? So I bought it brand new when it was 0 years old. And in 2 years, it will be twice as old as it was 5 years ago. Starting out with some math. Some math about bikes. Bike math.
You know, as we've said through the run of this show, math and comedy go together like peanut butter and jelly.
It's great. Look at little Brandon's little face.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I was doing math all day today, Vegas. I was doing scale drawings of a coffee table I'm gonna make for my cousin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to plug your fucking business on this podcast?
Yeah.
I guess this isn't a podcast.
Check out St. Jane's Pretty Rad Home Furnishings on that Facebook thing. Our social media is still, let's say, getting up to speed. But
I'm posting the name in the chat room, and everyone's going to go
thanks.
give you money. Hey, speaking
Yeah.
of giving money, I post a link for people to give the NCrowd money, because pretty soon, I don't know, maybe we need to buy a theater. I don't know where we're going to be performing.
Oh man, can you imagine when they open up theaters again?
It's got to be soon. Where's the button that, how do I... Well, stay tuned. Pretty soon I'll be putting a link in the chat for you to give us your money.
All right, these guys these contestants can all work on these questions up until the very last round when we check those questions too. So you can feel free to come back to this later on, but we're going to question number 2, and this is pretty simple. I'm going to name a few bicycle components, and you just kind of have to explain what those components do. Okay, so here are the components. A pannier, a derailleur, a caliper, a cassette, a saddle, and the last one, Presta or Schrader. So Presta or Schrader are both types of what on a bike. So again, that's a pannier, a derailleur, a caliper, a cassette, a saddle, and Presta or Schrader. So again, you just have to kind of tell us what they do on a bike. Maybe they make sandwiches. I don't even know what kind of wacky answers you guys are trying to dream up.
Well, I know a cassette is, it's like Spotify, but it's a bit of like magnetic tape that...
Oh, you're giving away the answer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and so in case I didn't explain also. You describe the function and get 3 points for each component that you can correctly identify.
Also, great joke in the chat from Squawk25. He says,
Oh,
I
Squawk
believe it's
25.
pronounced wheel.
Way to go, Squawk25. Thanks for coming back and being loyal.
This is like the least comedy question.
What do you mean? Vegas just made that great cassette joke.
Yeah, this is
Squawk
the this is
25
the
is
it's ride your bike to work day. Have some respect.
Mm,
God. Presta Schrader. Whoa. That's what comedy is, Ashley. All right. We've hemmed and hawed for you guys enough. We're going to question number 3. In 1974, Howard Hughes, the crazy billionaire who once played Leonardo DiCaprio in a movie, told the world that he was using his giant ship, the Hughes Glomar Explorer, to mine manganese from the bottom of the ocean. What was he really after? The correct answer will earn 10 points. The answer Vegas the Incorruptible finds the most amusing will earn you Vegas the Incorruptible finds the most amusing will earn you Vegas the Incorruptible finds the most and I got this question from a Stuff You Should Know episode. This question when I was riding my bike. When I was riding my so it's thematic. See? Well, man, that Howard Hughes. Just when you think you know every crazy ass thing he did, he goes and does another crazy ass thing.
Sorry, Mike. I was not contributing to the hosting of this show because a window popped up and I thought everything was about to break. But then nothing broke.
All right, you saved us, Vegas.
Boy.
Manganese. A lot of people don't even know what that is.
What is it? Tell us, enlighten us.
Well, that was a line from Caddyshack.
Do you know about the ship that is sunk just like 100 yards off the coast of Ocean City, New Jersey? It's called the Cyndia. I only know this because I wrote an article about it, but John J. Rockefeller had this, he was trying to get this ship from China to come up to New York City. And, you know, this is before the Panama Canal and all that. And when it was that close to New York, it had come halfway around the globe. And it was that close to New York. And then it sunk right off the coast of New Jersey. And nobody has salvaged what's there. And he said that there was manganese in there, but apparently the manganese in China was low quality as compared to the manganese that they had in New York State. So people have started to question that, and they think that he actually has in there, in the hull of that ship, just 100 yards off the shore of Ocean City, New Jersey, might be these golden statues looted from Buddhist temples during the Boxer Rebellion in China.
Well, speaking of crazy famous billionaires, Howard Hughes just donated $10. Thanks, Howard Hughes.
Thanks, Howard Hughes.
Wait, so you're telling me there's manganese at the bottom of the ocean off the coast of New Jersey?
Yeah, you could see the Cyndia's mast.
So wait, you're telling me that there is low quality Chinese manganese off the coast of New Jersey?
Either that or gold.
Who's with me?
That's how Brandon and Mike go to Ocean City starts.
Yeah. Cue Huey Lewis in the news. All right. So hold on to those answer cards because we're going to be checking them later on in the show. But right now, let's go to round 3, the mystery round.
No, I gotta click that button too.
Mystery round. A mystery round. What?
And we're back.
This round is different every episode, so the contestants will never know what they have to deal with. This week, the mystery round is called Hold Your Hands as if giving a shoulder massage, move your feet up and down, and make dinging sounds. So can you guys do that with me?
I didn't read this far ahead.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
ding.
thank you. So that is how you would use mime and gibberish to act out riding a bicycle, which in an elegant and totally non-convoluted way makes this game thematic. Each contestant is going to use mime and gibberish to act out a famous event in American history, while the other 2 contestants try to guess what the hell they're doing.
And I will be timing them. If the correct guess is made in under 10 seconds, both the guesser and mimer will receive 5 points. If it's made in under 20 seconds, they'll receive 3 points. And if they guess right in under 40 seconds, they'll receive 1 point. And no points after 40 seconds, because that's just way too much screen time of you miming doing a thing. People are watching this. Come on. And remember, gibberish means a made-up language or some sound effects. If you use any actual words in your description of the historic event, the guessers can still earn those points, but the actor-outer don't get squat, no siree, bob, dag, nabbit, boy, howdy, some bitch, blimey.
Yes. I really
Nailed it.
50-50 on whether you would read all that crap.
Hey, it's in the script. I'm going to say it.
Now 50 wins.
All right. Well, Vegas, why don't we start out with whoever is currently behind a little bit to give them a little advantage here?
Yeah, Ashley, you're currently the furthest behind. So you can pick which category you want to act out an event from. The categories are wars, eras, and feats of exploration.
Oh,
And these are all from U.S. history.
eras.
Eras. All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I was going to text you guys all this. You mind if I do Facebook message? Does that work for everybody? Does everybody have their phone near them?
Sure.
But-
All right. All right. Ah, shit. God damn it.
Well, in the meantime, I just want to say, I don't know, remember Marsley's podcast? Check that thing out. Oh, snap. Locking up? Well, he described that when we had half as many viewers. So for people who got here afterwards, Marsley has a podcast called Oh, Snap about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He has a podcast called Locking Up about... Is it about wrestling?
Wrestling. Yeah,
Or is it...
professional wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to judge me in front of everybody.
No, I wasn't. Because I thought you said a black wrestling podcast, and it's like, is that black people talking about wrestling or people
Exactly
talking
that.
about black wrestlers?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both, but there's very limited black wrestlers. So, like, yeah, it's just 3 black dudes talking about wrestling.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Coco beware.
Ah, yeah, that's a throwback. Classic.
My
Mike, you ready to
nephew-
text people
Yes.
things?
Yeah. So, Ashley, did you get that?
Yeah. So
Okay.
what? Okay.
So you have to act that out. I have 40 seconds called up on this timer here. So, and the guesser and the actor outer get these points. So guessers
Who's the
get ready to
guess-
guess. You both Brandon
Oh,
and Marshall.
okay.
You
Either
guys
one
are
of us?
guessing.
Just
Yeah.
yell it out.
Yeah. All right, and go.
Flower power, hippies,
Woodstock.
Eras
it's
is the
60s.
Oh, it's the 60s.
Oh,
Summer of Love.
Marsley got it with just over 10 seconds.
What was the
It was
answer?
the 60s?
Yeah, it was the
The
60s.
So that's 3 points.
Yeah, three points based on our description.
All right.
3 points for Ashley, 3 points for Marcelly. Brandon, what the fuck?
My
If
broadband
any,
because I thought I said 60s first.
if anybody
You
wants
might
to
have.
know, my first thought was to do Martin Luther King and then the Vietnam War, and then I went with pot smoking hippie. So, and I also thought about the sexual revolution, but those were all much more difficult.
Crazy.
You're like, how do I mime the Kent State Massacre?
That was
Yeah.
1970. That was 1970.
Oh, okay.
Brandon, to be fair, I'm pretty sure you did say the 60s
I was gonna
and
say,
your
I think-
audio was cut off.
I think Brandon, yeah, because I think I saw your mouth say it, but I don't think it came.
Oh my! I'm telling you, broadband around here.
Well, you know what they say about New Jersey. But well,
For
Vegas,
broadband.
Vegas, that's your call, man. What do you want to do?
I already gave it. I already updated the spreadsheet. What are you gonna
Oh.
do?
You know, I'm willing to give one of my points to Brandon.
All right, I'm gonna give Brandon 1 point and take one
Thank
away
you.
from Marcelly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm greedy. I ain't giving you all of them.
No, I think that was a fair solution.
Well, you said that because I was grateful with one. Now I'm like, oh great, thanks for the 1 point, you greedy bastard.
Well, Brandon, you'll get the next opportunity to pick which category you want to act out from. We've got wars, eras, and feats of exploration.
Wars.
Wars.
All right, Brandon, I'm sending you a deal of Bob. Dun-dun.
Oh, good.
Let's hope it comes through. Did you send it?
Ooh. Are you guys in the chat? I guess I can type in the chat what is being acted out, and no one on stream will know.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Wait, I'm in the chat. Hold on, let me.
Oh
leave.
no! Don't look at Twitch.
Okay, I'm not looking at it now. I didn't want to cheat. That would not be fun.
Wow, Marsley giving up points. Ashley doesn't want to cheat. It's almost like this game is meaningless.
Speak for yourself, man. Got a lot riding on this.
All right, are you ready, Brandon?
I am.
All right, and this time the clock is counting up. So
That
it's
does
less
make it easier.
confusing. All right, here we go. Start.
World War I. Is this still eras?
It's wars.
Vietnam War.
Oh, the Revolutionary War.
Stop! Brandon suddenly remembers sound effects are allowed. With 12 seconds, Ashley guessed the Revolutionary War.
Oh, you did get, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, well,
Yay!
that's 3 points for Brandon and Ashley.
I know a mimed musket when I see one.
Yeah.
Isn't that the title of your? Go to. Right, I'm sending it to you now.
And it better have something to do with feet.
I could pull up a couple websites.
I'm putting it in Twitch too for our friends who are watching on Twitch.
All right, Marsley, you good?
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
Confidence.
ready, steady, go.
Breaking the 4 minute mile. Climbing
Is
Mount
this still wars?
It's feats of exploration.
Everest, the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Stop!
That was awesome.
Oh,
In under
Brandon.
20 seconds. Just barely.
That's going to be 3 points for Brandon and 3 points for Marcelly.
I knew when he did this, it's when they reached the Snake River.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Brandon. Because I had no idea what the fuck to do for that.
They were definitely confident in their strides.
We got Manifest Destiny on our side.
Excellent.
All right, Ashley, that brings us back to you.
And the
Okay.
categories you can pick
Wars.
from: wars, eras, feats of exploration, which is very hard for me to say.
Can I do? I'll do eras again. I'll be era girl.
The detergent.
That's one of my chapters in my biography.
I'm era girl.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, ready, steady, begin.
Prohibition.
Stop it!
Prohibition. Ah.
Oh, less than 10 seconds. That's a big winner there. 5 points for Brandon, 5 points for Ashley. Marcelly, oh, if Brandon's audio had cut out, you know you would have been getting some points there.
That's what I've been banking on. I'm just gonna repeat whatever Brandon says and hope that his audio didn't pick it up.
I like it. I also like the furtive way that you were drinking your bathtub gin. Excellent.
Well, Brandon, you're the next to choose. We're all out of eras. We've still got exploration and war.
I would say I'd be the war guy, but I don't want to be known as the war guy. So let's go with feet. I'll be the feet guy. Wait a minute. No. At the AT, I'll tell you all about those feats. Not celebrity feats.
The way you wrote this is great, Mike.
All right, it is sent.
Okay.
Okay, ready, steady, go.
Moon landing.
Stop! Quickest one yet. That's 5 points for Marcelly and 5 for Brandon.
Oh man,
That
in my
was-
head I still had war, and I was like, "What war is this?"
The war of the Ghostbusters and the Marshmallow.
The war on drugs.
Well, speaking of wars, that's the only category we have left. So, Marcelly, you'll have a chance to act out one more war from history.
Yeah, I know so many of them.
Well, there's... I guess I shouldn't say any because any of them could be the one.
War of the world,
War-
peace wars.
All right, Marcelly, you get it? You all
Yep.
good? All right, ready, steady, go.
World War II.
Stop it! Brandon, you were a little quicker than Ashley there. That's going to be 5
No.
points for you and Marcelly.
I-
A fine
Really?
Heil Hitler to close
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
game.
As I've been practicing for this moment, this very moment.
Your Hitler sounds like Lewis and Clark.
I know they shared some of the same ideology. Don't learn that in history class.
Well, I think we really did something with the scores. Let's check in with Vegas the Incorruptible. How are these N Crowders doing?
Well, after that game, holy moly, we handed out a lot of points. Ashley, you're on the board with 11 points. Brandon, you are up to 26, and Marcelly holding your lead with 30 points. But you know, it's time for that game where anybody can make a lot of points just by talking over everyone.
Great at that.
That's
Come on,
right.
Brandon's audio.
Well, we know that you've been thinking it. What's it like to have sex with the N crowd? Well, you're about to find out in round 4, Sex with Me.
Here comes the theme song.
Sex with me, 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 yeah.
And we're back.
To all the folks in the Twitch chat room, we're going to be asking for suggestions of nouns, objects, persons, places, or things. So start typing those now. The contestants are going to turn those suggestions into bawdy jokes. And Vegas the Incorruptible will award a point per joke.
That's right. And if you really tickle my funny bone, and I've been thinking about this, if I just laugh real hard, not of my own volition, that's how I'm going to do it, is 2 points you'll get instead of 1 point. And if the joke that you make, well, it's not a joke, then you won't get any points for that. I'm
This
not going to
seems
take
really
any...
subjective.
No, I mean, I try to give a broad definition of what a joke is.
Good, because I need it. I need a broad definition.
If you're trying, if there's some kind of play on words, if there's an intention behind what you're saying, you'll get a point.
Okay.
Do you have an objective way that we could be judging the quality of jokes?
Do I?
I'm working on it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. If you can, honestly, if you can find an objective way to judge the quality of jokes, I would love to use that for my personal use. Hey, welcome to my stand-up set. I ran all these through a computer, so I know they're good. And we're getting our suggestions from the audience now. So we're going to start with our first one, which I think is a TV show and was said twice in a row, Cake Wars.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars, super sweet yet highly competitive.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. I ain't never seen it.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. Once you get past the fondant, it's gooey and chewy.
These are all jokes, objectively.
Yeah. Sex with me is like Cake Wars. If you make a loud sudden sound, it won't rise.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. It's better with a glass of milk.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. There's a lot of layers with some like really nice gooey filling in between.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. It's got a lot of dainty. Oh man, I lost it.
See, Brandon, that would objectively not be.
I am coming up with a way to objectively identify jokes.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. There's usually 3 people watching and judging, including a British asshole, a celebrity no one cares about, and someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
That's exactly what I would say. Verbatim.
Aww.
Oh, Mike, you got one.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. Best part is licking the icing.
Sex with me is like Cake Wars. It's not complete until you add the yeast.
Jesus Christ. I don't think there's yeast in cakes, but I'm giving you a point.
I know, it's,
There's not yeast in cakes? Wouldn't it be like a fucking communion wafer then?
No, that's bread.
Were you
Sex
Is
with-
it cake bread?
Sex with me is like Cake Wars, there's a cash prize at the end.
We're gonna move on to our next suggestion. Boy, we got a lot of weird ones tonight, you guys. All right, I don't know how many. We're doing it. I don't give a fuck. Esperanto. You know what that is?
What the fuck?
It's a language that was made up, I think, in like the 70s to try to make a simplified language that everyone could share and understand. And I don't think anyone ended up using it. I know William Shatner famously learned Esperanto.
Ah.
Esperanto, what are your jokes?
Sex with me is like Esperanto. No one knows what the hell it is, but apparently it was invented in the 70s.
That was a run-on sentence.
Sex with me is like Esperanto. Hard to understand and lots of William Shatner.
I have heard that before. Sex with me is like Esperanto. I'm assuming that you have to use your tongue.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's good.
Oh, shout out to Squawk25 for subscribing at Tier 1. They've subscribed for 5 months. Thank you for your support. And shout out to Crimes and Cookies, who is rating with a party of 2. Welcome to both of you, Crimes and Cookies. Thanks for choosing the NQuisition for your Friday evening entertainment. Right now, we're making sex jokes about Esperanto, which you all know. We'll move on to the next topic, actually.
Well, wait, can I get a turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sex with me, it's kind of along Ashley's lines, but sex with me is like Esperanto. Hopefully it was going to be the universal tongue, but nobody was interested.
By the way, for those of you just joining us, if you type a noun, person, place, or thing into the chat room, we will take it and try to make up some jokes about how that thing is like sex with us. And I'm going to take dogs playing poker as our next suggestion.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker, usually hanging up in a basement.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker. It never actually happened in real life.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker. Usually happens next to a Velvet Elvis.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker. It's really rough because there's a lot of losers.
Rough.
You just got 2 points for saying rough in a funny
Yeah.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker. It's all up on the walls in your local bar. Hey.
Sex with me is like dogs playing poker. You're placing a lot of bets on bones.
The delivery, like, just put that up a notch.
Sex with me is like the dogs playing poker. I lick myself a lot.
We got any more before we move on?
Yeah, sex with me is like dogs playing poker. Unnatural.
All right, our next topic is Bernie Sanders.
Sex with Me is like Bernie Sanders. The less fucks I give, the more popular I am.
Sex Like Me is like Bernie Sanders. I have to ask once again from people on the internet. That's right. That's the thing, right? And now asking you once again.
Nailed it.
Sorry.
Sex with Me is like Bernie Sanders. Pretty far to the left.
Yeah, good. Sex with Me is like Bernie Sanders. I care more about the bottom 98%.
You're not pleasuring your lover's skull.
That's great. Oh boy. Mike.
Sex with Me is like Bernie Sanders, an inviable option because of the choking presence of Hillary Clinton.
I think we're gonna wrap up Sex with Me with that one. Oh, after that round, we doled out a lot more points. Ashley, you are up to 24. Brandon, you're up to 34. And Marcelly still holding your lead with 36 points.
Ooh,
Coming up on you.
It's getting close.
I can feel you breathing on my back.
That's what Sex with Me is like.
The round is over. Don't give him that point.
All right. Well, all that's left is to go over the contestants' deep thought answer cards. So let's check those answers.
Let's check those answers.
Let's check those answers.
All writing utensils must be out of the contestant's hands. So folks in the chat room, help us out. These answers should be finalized. So if you see any of these rascals scribbling something, name and shame. If it takes deducting points to keep folks honest, Vegas is just that kind of jerk who would do that.
Yeah, I'm well known as a jerk. Oh, what was our first question in the deep thought?
I know. I have to scroll back.
I know. I already did it.
It's the math.
Yeah, it was
The
a math
bullshit
question.
math question.
Correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I bought a brand new bike years and years ago. I bought it brand new, and in 2 years, it will be twice as old as it was 5 years ago. So for 12 big points, because this is a tough question, how old is my bike? We're going to start with contestant number 1. Marcelly, what do you got?
8.
All right. Contestant number 2, Brandon.
8.
And Ashley.
I also put 8.
Well, the answer is 12? Mike, I don't know. You explain it.
Well, in 2 years, it will be twice as old as it was 5 years ago. So in 2 years, it will be 14 years old. And that will mean that it is twice as old as it was 5 years ago. So 2 plus 12, it's 12 years old. So in 2 years, it'll be 14. That means that it's twice as old as it was 5 years ago. If it was 12 years old 5 years ago, it was 7. 14 is twice as much as 7.
Yeah.
I think
Even though we didn't
everybody
get
just left the chat.
People are like, fuck this. I'm going to go get
We didn't get
COVID.
the right answer, but all of our math was correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Mike,
they-
Mike, you used to teach math. How come everyone got 8?
I don't know. I was going to ask these guys, how did you guys get 8?
In 2
So-
years, it'll be 10, and it'll be twice as old
5.
as it was 5 years before that. So I think the 5 years before today, or 5 years before 10,
That's
2
what
years
we all,
from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see where the miscommunication came in, and I think it falls squarely on Vegas.
I think Howard Hughes took his donation back.
I'm putting this back in my pile.
No, I had written the algebraic formula for figuring this out, and it's across the room, and I don't want to go over to get it. So
we'll
just
move.
move on.
Everyone's bored, and we'll move on to the next question.
Math.
All right. Question number 2. We said we're just going to name some bicycle components, and then you'll get 3 points for each one that you can describe correctly. So for this one, we're going to start with, we're going to do panniers, and we'll start off with contestant number 2, Brandon. What did you say that panniers were?
Pannier, I did not get. I was trying to think of something that would be good. A pannier, I don't know. I never heard of that before. So I could have come up with a joke, but I didn't.
All right. Ashley?
I said they were pedals.
And Marcelly?
I said a pannier helps you turn, like it helps you pan.
All right.
I've
Vegas?
also never heard of this, Mike.
Yeah.
Panniers are bags that attach to a bike.
Bags? The
So you can
Bags.
put bread in them for your French bread.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
it
pan
is probably.
bread in France town.
Actually, that was my first answer. Was it holds your bread loaves, but I changed it.
You might have gotten some points for that.
Dang it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
golly, a lot of
Panniers.
these words are French. The next one, do you know how to pronounce it, Mike?
Yes, derailleur. So we'll start with Ashley for this one. Do you know what a derailleur is?
Yeah, I had to buy a new one for my bike. This changes the gears basically. It moves the chain over to other parts that are mentioned later in this question. I won't say, but yeah.
All right, Marcelly.
I said the derailleur derails you. It makes you fall.
And Brandon.
I also said changes gears.
Hell yeah. Well, 3 points for Ashley and Brandon.
Yes, the derailleur is the thing that when you click to change gears, it's a little thing that actually moves the chain off of it. It derails. So I guess Marcelly was kind of right. But it pushes your chain to the next gear one way or the other. That's what a derailleur is. Next up, we had caliper. We'll go first to Marcelly for this one.
I put the caliper is the tire.
All right, Brandon.
Like the brakes. It has to do with the brakes. Yeah, them's
And,
brakes.
Them's the brakes.
and Ashley.
I put brakes also. Brakes.
Vegas.
Oh, you can't.
Calipers are it's a tool for measuring very fine distances. But for a bike, they're the things that flex close when you squeeze the brake lever. So I'll call that brakes for both Ashley and Brandon. And I mean, it's not a tire. I'm sorry, Marcelly.
You don't have to reach for that one.
All right. Next up, we had the cassette. Brandon, what did you think the cassette was?
Plays 80s hair metal.
And Ashley.
Cassettes are the round thing, the round pieces with the pokey things that hold the chain on and that help move it.
And Marcelly.
That's what I said, and because it made me think of when I would have to put the pencil in my cassette when I would record. So like the little spinny thing with that holds the chains.
I'm gonna give it to both Marcelly and Ashley. The cassette is the collection of gears on the rear wheel, which I think is what you're trying to describe. And Brandon, I liked your answer, but it's not the right one.
I think that's an interesting way to think about a cassette tape. That they're probably named for those.
Yeah,
The spinny bits,
Mm.
yeah.
the spinny guys. Yeah.
All right. That's
We're
some
learning as we go.
Yeah, that's some good etymology there. All right. Next saddle, and who the hell are we on to start here? Ashley?
It's your seat. It's the bike seat.
Marcelly?
Yeah, the seat that helps your ass not get penetrated by metal.
I gotta get you one of them.
And Brandon?
I also said seat.
Yes.
That's 3 points for everybody.
It's like the Aerosmith song, they're back in the saddle. They're like finally getting back on their bike, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Like going for a bike ride.
Yes, the saddle is the seat. And then we said Presta and Schrader are the two main types, are what? Are what? Marcelly, what are they?
I said the little honk honk, the little horny thing.
Horny.
Brandon,
Bikes
what
to
do
be riding.
Everyone shut the fuck up, because Squawk25 just donated $70.
Hey.
Oh, damn. That means
Love you,
we can
Squawk.
keep running this show for another 7 years.
Oh man, whose mom is that?
Hey, Squawk 25 represents here every single week. Squawk 25.
So
is-
it's Mike's mom. Got
Hey.
it.
My mom doesn't have $70. All right. Presta and Schrader, what are they? Brandon?
I said it's what the bicyclist says right before it pulls the rabbit out of its hat. Press the Schrader.
Presta Schrader. Ashley?
I said they're tires.
Vegas?
Presta and Schrader are the two main types of valves on bicycle tubes. I don't fucking know. Mike wrote it.
You can have a Presta valve or a Schrader valve. The Presta valves have the little nub that you have to unscrew, and then if you press it, that's how people remember it. Presta. Yeah, it lets air out. Schrader is more like you just put. Google Presta
Yep.
Schrader valve.
I think Twitch just banned us from this site now. Too boring. Click.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, question number 3. We said in 1974, Howard Hughes told the world that he was using the Hughes Glomar Explorer to mine manganese from the bottom of the ocean. But what was he really after? Now, the correct answer can earn you 10 points. The answer Vegas the Incorruptible finds the most amusing will get you 5. You can also earn both if you have the correct answer and an amusing answer, or if the most amusing answer is the correct answer. So on this one, I have lost. I guess we'll go to Ashley first on this one.
I said if you can see it, because
No. Are you holding up a green piece of paper?
if I do this, I said he was after tuna to can for snacks for future flight.
All right, Marcelly.
I put he was looking for fame and attention because he's a fucking narcissist.
Brandon.
I said he was finding Atlantis or a better way to pee in jars.
These are all funny. Boy, oh boy. Oh, whoa. I liked Marcelly's joke the best. I said that without looking at the scores.
What's the real answer?
The real answer is a nuclear submarine.
Yes, in 5 or 6 years earlier, a Soviet nuclear sub, the K-129, had sunk in that area, and the Soviets couldn't find it. So the CIA teamed up with Howard Hughes and the cover story was that he was going to attempt deep sea underwater mining. And the reason this was so good is because nobody had ever seen a ship built for deep sea underwater mining, because nobody had ever attempted deep sea underwater mining. But the Americans could totally say to the Soviets, like, that Howard Hughes, you know how he is, like always trying these crackpot ideas. And in reality, they were building this big scooper that was going to go to the bottom of the ocean and pull up this Soviet submarine with all these nuclear secrets. And they only recovered about 10% of the sub and spent what would be the equivalent of $4 billion in today's US dollars.
Jeez, ew.
Did he get any manganese?
I don't know if they got any manganese in the process.
Did you get any tuna?
They might have pulled up some tuna when they were scooping up that 10%. It was like a couple miles below the surface, and they got it till it was almost there. And then the scooper thing failed and dropped like most of it. And it was like right there, like they had almost done it. But it's called Project Azorian. And if anybody's interested, check out the stuff you should know. I'm calling out stuff.
I think that sounds like the origin of edging, where you get almost there.
Sex with me is like Project Azorian.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, Vegas, I think all we have to do is get the final scores now.
Well, let's see. Like, Ashley got 39 points. Brandon got 46 points. And behold, our winner. I'm going to play a card. It's Marcelly with around 50 points.
50 points?
5-0.
Whoa.
Just like
Whoa,
Hawaii.
Steve.
I'd like to donate a point to Ashley and a point to Brandon.
All right.
Now I have 40.
Brandon's
Wow.
at
That was both magnanimous and ensuring that you still win the game.
7.
You know what I'm about.
I appreciate the point, but I don't value it as I value all the other ones because I don't feel like I earned it.
You earned it because of how.
But I will put it out every time you come over, so you think that I do like it.
A big ass number one
Yeah.
on your coffee table.
All right. Well, congratulations to Marcelly, everybody. Our winning contestant. All right. Thanks also. Vegas is not just co-hosting tonight, but he's running all the tech stuff and he's operating like he has a million hands. So thank you so much, Vegas.
I think it's going perfectly.
Well, I'd like to leave you with the thoughts of seminal sci-fi guy H.G. Wells, who said, "Every time I see an adult on a bicycle, I no longer despair for the human race." So go ride a bike, everybody. Good night.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Brandon, Ashley, Marcelly. The N Crowd will return next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern on this channel. We'll see you then.
If you don't wanna see me laughing with somebody, if you wanna believe the end crowd's gonna stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't look up the Twitch account. The in crowd, the in crowd, don't look up the Twitch account. Look up what, don't know, yeah, do it, If you don't wanna see me laughing with somebody, if you wanna believe the end crowd's gonna stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't look up the Twitch account. The in crowd, don't look up the Twitch account. Look up what, don't know, yeah, do it, If you don't wanna see me laughing with somebody, if you wanna believe the end crowd's gonna stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't look up the Twitch account. The in crowd, don't look up the Twitch account. Look up what, don't know, yeah,